What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss an extremely exciting upcoming bantamweight matchup. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. All right, guys, getting right into it. We got Rob Font taking on Adrian Yanez, UFC 287, UFC Miami on the main card, pay-per-view card. An extremely exciting matchup. You got Rob Font coming off of 2 losses to Jose Aldo and Marlon Chito Vera. You got Adrian Yanez riding on like a 9-fight win streak. A TKO victory over Tony Kelly. TKO victory over Randy Costa. He had the decision victory over the extremely durable Davey Grant. And he's just on a win streak, right? Slick boxing. You got Rob Font. You could say the exact same thing. You got 2 guys, very similar styles in this matchup. 2 guys who just slick boxing, keep their hands up, keep it simple, throw down. Don't utilize a whole lot of kicks. Don't utilize a whole lot of wrestling. These are 2 dudes, just very classic boxing style fighters, right? And kind of getting into the history of Rob Font. Rob Font had a lot of hype going into him heading into that Jose Aldo fight, where Jose just outclassed him. He was just more technical, more explosive. Every time he landed, he really hurt Rob in that fight. Dominated him through 5 rounds. Rob showed a lot of heart in that matchup. And then in his next loss to Marlon Chito Vera, it was a fight where like he won like the first 2 rounds, just peppering Chito with shots, just jabs, 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 uppercuts. I mean, he was just all over Marlon, but Marlon was wearing him so well. But then every time Marlon hit Rob, it damaged Rob so much more. And just as the fight wore on, Rob he didn't even look human after the fight. It was just a nasty, nasty fight. But if you were to look at the numbers on paper, you would say that Rob completely dominated that fight, but you would have to watch it because even though he outlanded Chito like 3-1, every time Chito landed, it just decimated Rob. And to see him kind of fight through that and last through that, he shows a lot of heart. He's 35 years old. He's definitely a veteran in the game, working with Calvin Kattar over there in New England. I love what they're doing over there. He's still dangerous as ever. I don't really take those last 2 losses. I mean, yeah, he definitely took a lot of damage in those fights. But I think that if he can get it going early in this matchup, like he showed against Cody Garbrandt, who was it that he also beat? Marlon Moraes. The way he just completely destroyed Marlon Moraes was just so impressive. His boxing is just, it's second to none. And that's why I like this matchup. It's like, who's the best boxer in the bantamweight division? We're going to find out here at UFC 287. Because you got Adrian Yanez, right? Early on in that Randy Costa fight, he just let Randy completely gas himself out. He was taking a lot of shots early on. Randy was finding a lot of success early on with the striking, with the jabs, a lot of stinging jabs. But he was able to just kind of just weather the storm, let Randy gas himself out, and then he took over from there. Then his next matchup against Davey Grant, he just showed like he was just able to hang out there with a heavy hitter, a guy who's extremely durable, heavy hands, like I said, and really can just take the fight to Adrian. He went out there and got the victory. And in his last fight against Tony Kelly, he just really went out there in a very emotional matchup because there was a lot of shit talk going on with him and Tony Kelly where everybody was labeling Tony a racist because of all the stuff he was saying about Brazilians when he cornered his then girlfriend Andrea Lee, all the stuff that happened, you know. So Adrian took a lot of that personally towards the Spanish community and took it out on Tony Kelly in that matchup and just fucking put him out, made him look silly, ended his UFC career, probably ended his MMA career, to be honest. So to see the trajectory that he's on, they're giving him a really, really big matchup here against Rob Font. I'd like to see, because I think that Adrian is battle tested. His victory against Davey Grant, I think, showed that enough. So to see him going against a guy like Rob Font, I love this matchup. I think that Adrian, I think he's going to get the victory. I think that he just hasn't taken as much damage. I think the last 2 fights were all the damage that Rob Font took. He's 35 years old. He's a big-time veteran. He's been in the game for a while now. I think that is going to be the deciding factor. I think if Adrian can find the mark, because he has a lot of power. It doesn't look like, you know, he makes it look so simple. He uses the basics so well, and he's got such heavy hands that he makes it look easy on these guys. And I think that if he is able to kind of find Rob's chin, I think if he can damage Rob early on, he can take over in this fight. And it's 3 rounds too. It's not 5 rounds. So I think that'll play a factor in this fight as well too. As a betting man, I don't even really want to like pick a winner in this fight, but I think Rob, I think that his age, I think the damage he's taken, I think that might be the deciding factor. So, I mean, if I were a betting man, gun to my head, I would take Adrian Yanez by decision. I think this fight is definitely going to go to decision. I think this has fight of night written all over it. And if Adrian gets the victory, you could definitely see him getting some really exciting matchups. Maybe a Cheeto Vera, maybe a Peter Yan next, something like that in that realm. And then if he gets the victory, he's right back there in the bantamweight, top 10, top 7 title picture. That weight class is just so stacked, isn't it? Yeah, no, this fight has a lot of implications written all over it. We're about to see who the best boxer is in the bantamweight division. Guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think on this matchup. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. All right, guys, Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.